All right, it's time now to raise the cool factor in the Sports Night interview process as I welcome a couple of youngins who probably just had one of the best days of their lives from a sports perspective, having the opportunity to attend our Las Vegas Raiders practice, followed up by an autograph session. But not only that, it comes at a time when high school football is really kind of getting back in effect here in Las Vegas, and they're no doubt chomping at the bit to get this season started. But it's not just the younglings in studio. We have their leader, a man who accomplished more than I ever did playing football by getting drafted by the Atlanta Falcons and making it to the Dirty Birds training camp. I'll explain in just a moment. And now he and his crew are blessing us with a visit to the Sports Night studios to chop it up. Let's welcome the Las Vegas High School head coach, Eric Capetillo, and his Wildcat players. What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay. Good.
You guys good?
Yes, sir.
All right. Not nervous or anything, right? We're all good?
We're chilling. We're good.
You're just chilling. We're good. All right. First thing I have to ask you about, man, right off the top, you're going age before beauty. Getting an opportunity to go to the Raiders practice. I mean, how was that experience?
Oh, it was awesome. When I got the opportunity by Raiders coordinators who are Miles Haynes and Jordan Aguilar, they do a really good job of making a connection with our high school programs and youth programs. And they hit me up and they said, would you be interested in taking you and 50 other players? And I said, absolutely. So we took advantage of that and we're able to be there on Monday.
Okay, all right. How about you guys? First, we'll start with you. You just introduce everyone to you as far as like your first name.
Garrett.
Okay, everyone knows who Garrett is. Garrett's a linebacker. But getting an opportunity to go to practice, how was that for you?
It was a great opportunity for us to watch, the NFL, the professional players go out and compete. I'm pretty sure that's every football player's dream is to go to the next level. So to go out there and see them do what they need to do is pretty cool.
All right. So Garrett got a chance to say hello to his girlfriend out here who's watching. Say hello to Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Now, you get an opportunity to go as well. Like, you play wide receiver. Anyone in particular that you're looking at? I mean, the Raiders have a decent wide receiver on their team.
They do. They have Devontae Adams. In my opinion, he's the best in the league. But also Hunter Renfrow. He's great to watch, along with Matt Collins. Had a great practice. And so, yeah, it was really fun to watch them and just get to, learn how they practice and, see how efficient they are.
Yeah. Actually, it kind of seeing some of the pictures that we have here and, when you look back at that, did it kind of seem surreal in the fact that you guys got an opportunity to kind of get autographs and everything else?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek Carr and Denzel Perryman, they were great, giving us all autographs, taking time out of their day to make our day.
That's cool. Any kind of story you can remember, because Perryman is a nut. He's a funny dude, man. He's a funny dude. Any kind of story that you can tell, the kind of memorable that you had with him, especially with the hat?
Maybe just when I asked him, I was like, yo, can I get an autograph? He said, yeah, man. He just grabbed the Sharpie out of my hand. I was like, oh, okay, take it. Go ahead, And then got a picture with Derek Carr. That was pretty cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Had to send it to the family.
Oh, he's got one.
Let him know when you walked in.
Oh, yeah. I caught the ball from Derek Carr, too.
Oh, he threw a ball to you?
He threw it to our receiver first, and he dropped it, and we all got mad at him.
It wasn't this guy.
No, it wasn't. No, it was our number 3 receiver.
Okay,
yeah, he messed up,
true.
and then he threw it to me. I caught it, because I can catch everything.
Did you tell him hey, I may play linebacker, but I got hands?
Hey, I keep telling him. He tells me if you get a pick, every pick you get is an offensive rep. I'm like, all right. Challenge.
Really? He's trying to get on the opposite side of the ball?
Everybody thinks they're offensive player.
They do.
And then I say, hey, you want to play offense? In return, I need a pick. And a lot of defensive guys give me time hey, I got a pick. Now do I get to play? So they chirp all day trying to get that offensive rep.
Okay. Yeah. So, Coach Capetillo, first of all, the fact that you are a Las Vegas high school alumnus, I think that's pretty dope. But you got an opportunity to go down to Atlanta. You got the chance to coach the tight ends down there. How was that opportunity, actually getting an opportunity to kind of fulfill a dream and be an NFL coach?
Oh, it was awesome. I think kind of like these guys, I lived out a dream of coaching in the NFL. That's obviously a lifelong goal for mine, and I'll accomplish it eventually, but it was awesome to be able to take part of it for 3 weeks. And I have 2 buddies that coach there on their coaching staff, and Marquise Williams and Mario Jabarel, which he's a SHAP alum. And, they were very great in getting me my foot in the door and showing me the ropes. And, again, be a professional coach for 3 weeks was pretty awesome.
Vegas was out there representing.
Yeah, we got 2 guys out there.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell these people here, Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta before. It's crazy humid. It's hot here. Which one's hotter?
Oof. it's hotter here, but the humidity's no joke. Because in
Folks
the
don't
morning,
understand.
yeah, in the morning it was nice weather. I'm like, oh, long sleeve jacket. By the time 9 o'clock hit, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm sweating. And I was sweating profusely, but obviously down south was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And Flowery Branch, Georgia is away from the city. It's about an hour away, but it was still awesome to be in a different part of the country, being able to coach football.
I got you. Garrett wanted to jump in here, man. You don't believe the heat?
No, I do.
Oh.
I have family. We had a family reunion down there in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So, it was humid. We were driving, and I got out the car. I got straight back in the car. I said, no, take me back home.
It messed your hair up?
Nah, it didn't mess my hair up. Nah, nothing does.
Of course
Except
not.
the helmet. Except the helmet.
Except the helmet? Except the helmet. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So how about Coach here? The fact that he got an opportunity to go down to Atlanta and kind of get with the Falcons, did he come back with his chest out like, hey, man, I'm an NFL coach. You guys better listen to me. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, he came back and he told us, we are doing some very similar stuff to what an NFL team does. And he just basically told us we got to, keep our foot on the gas and keep working, keep grinding.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I wanted to ask you. Anything in particular you can think of, you know what? I need to steal that drill. I need to steal that from what the Falcons are doing and kind of apply it what I'm doing with my squad.
There's a bunch of things we for sure incorporated. One of the main things is their tackling, because those guys don't tackle at practice. They do a very good job of limiting contact and trying to keep the game safe for them. Mm-hmm. And it was just awesome to see how great they did it. Obviously, in a high school level, we try to water it down to make sure it's capable for our guys. Mm-hmm. But we took a lot of their tackling drills and ball security drills, and just trying to be more efficient as a staff. I was able to work with Art Smith a lot because I was on the offensive side of the ball, and he's the offensive coordinator. Okay. And he was very good at organizing the staff, organizing practice. So those are the things that not only did I bring to the practice field, but also my staff, and try to just work as a cohesive unit to make sure we give these guys the best coaching available.
Okay, all right. Something I asked the guys off camera, but coming off of a COVID year, how excited are you to actually have a season where you don't necessarily have to deal with it as much as you had in the past?
Oh, I mean, it's going to be awesome because, these kids, a lot of them, they play football 4 years in high school, and some of them are blessed to play in college. Yeah. But for them to turn around and do everything they had to do to play football, it was great to see. A lot of them really love the game. And again, COVID tests they had to take weekly. They had to submit a COVID test. If they did, get positive, they were very patient. And it sucked for the, first couple of days to be out in quarantine, but they understood the process, and obviously it was a whole city thing. It wasn't just a Las Vegas high school.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And how about you guys as players? G, I'll go with you first. I mean, the fact that you guys don't have to worry about as much of you actually get to have a full season. You don't have to worry about games getting canceled and everything else for the most part.
Right. It's much better, I believe so, because last year we got one of our biggest games canceled, so that kind of sucked really bad. And so, trying to get back to it this year is going to be super exciting. So.
Yeah. You chomping at the bit to kind of get things started?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. All of us, we can't get enough of it. Can't wait.
Now, you guys have a game that's going to be on TNL coming up this season. Televised game going against the Basic Wolves. I know there's a guy that works at our station that does something with Basic. But you guys don't like them, so. No. But I mean, having an opportunity to play games live on television, that's not something you get an opportunity to do often here in Las Vegas. And how cool is that?
I think it's great for the kids. Obviously exposure, any kind of positive exposure is awesome. Being able to play on TV, see themselves after the game. I mean, they have a lifelong memory in that, and having that forever. They can show their kids, grandkids, because they played on TV. So I think those are the positives. And obviously it slows the game down because of TV timeouts, which they're kind of confused about. But for the most part, I think it's very rewarding to be able to them flick on the TV or send out a link to family members that are not in the state of Nevada and be able to watch a game.
So he's not even worried about the TV time. He's like, man, it's time for me to shine, baby. I'm trying to get that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it happened last year when we went to semifinals. We were ready to go, and then they slowed us down. We were like, what are we doing? So it was confusing, but we'll get better at it.
Yeah, I got to get pumped up again.
Yeah, that's how defense works. Yeah, got to keep the energy high.
Okay. And as an offensive player, I mean, do you have any dances, touchdown celebrations working on for television games?
I'm sure we got a bunch going with our receivers. We got an elite group of receivers this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see a lot of celebrations this year.
Would you say that's probably one of the strengths of your guys' team? Big up in the receiving core, obviously.
Well, I might be biased because I am a receiver.
Of course.
But yeah, I do think we have a good set of receivers this year
Okay.
and a good young quarterback again.
All right. And no one's paying attention, but any schools in particular that you dislike? Like your big rivalry game?
Don't give them bulletin material.
Oh, yeah. Coach isn't even here. How about this? You guys' season opener. I looked at it. It is, you guys have, who we got here? DP, Desert Pines. Yeah, DP this year, obviously, in previous years, I know like a couple years before COVID, I mean, they had guys going to Georgia. I mean, they had like a really good squad. How much are you looking forward to that game and going against a team like that, you know, pretty much traditionally lately has had some pretty good squads?
Yeah, no, DP is always this neighborhood rival. So obviously we get enjoy out of playing our friends and guys that we see often.
Friends, you heard that?
You know, youth guys, you know, we have a youth program and they obviously have their youth program. But again, there's a lot of neighborhoods that connect. And again, that game specifically, obviously, it's tied to the east side of Las Vegas. So it's right down the street. But our first game is not Desert Pines.
No, it's not?
No, we had an
Max
issue
Preps?
So they had an issue with the scheduling, but we actually play a very good team out of Pine Creek, Colorado. So we'll play week 2.
Oh, so you're not playing DP at all? Because I saw that was the next game in your guys' schedule.
So we actually scrimmage them in Gorman in a week. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Are you guys doing that at Bishop Gorman High School?
Yes.
we are.
How about that? Like playing in that stadium?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped to play in that stadium. You know,
Yeah.
go against the top team in Nevada. So you know.
And how about you? Like when you get a chance to play, especially on some turf like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. You guys don't have turf. You guys got grass, right?
We have
turf.
Yeah, we have turf. Yeah.
You got turf? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, last time it's been years since I've been out there. I think it was out near the maybe it was a practice field. I think they had grass back in the day. Did it? You guys had grass?
Yeah, we had grass,
That's
yeah.
Okay. I'm old. Don't worry about me. But getting an opportunity to play on the turf field for Gorman, to me, guys are obviously faster. It's easier to run routes, I think. Do you kind of have that same, would you rather play turf than grass? Does it matter to you?
I'd rather play turf. I do feel faster.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess speed is like the biggest thing for a receiver.
Okay. So you were talking about your favorite player, or at least on the Raiders. You got a chance to watch Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfrow, but do you have a favorite receiver?
I'd probably say Devontae Adams.
Really?
Yeah,
Even before he came here?
I think so. Yeah,
He's a dog.
he's the best.
Yeah, no, he really is.
He's the best.
How about you? Linebacker, I don't know.
Oh,
maybe.
I could either one. I have to go with my boy Fred Warner out of 49ers for
Really?
sure. Oh yeah, best linebacker in the league. I'm a Niner fan anyway. I mean, I'm you know.
Yeah, no, I
call
got
me
you.
biased, but you know.
I'm from the Bay Area, so I get it. I get it.
okay.
I'm not a Niner fan, but I still get it. How about you? Growing up, which team was your squad?
You know, obviously growing up in Las Vegas, we didn't have much of a squad. You know, you kind of pick. But when the Raiders were here, it was pretty awesome. My father-in-law's always been a Raider fan, so I was able to go to Oakland and watch a game a few times. So when they came here, it was an easy transition. I was like, I already been there. So I got season tickets, so I'm excited for the Raider games too.
There you go. Ooh, have you been to Allegiant Stadium yet?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
You?
Yep.
Man, how cool is the stadium?
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah, it's
Super
beautiful.
nice.
Bananas,
Super-
right?
Yeah.
Cell
Yeah.
service isn't
Insane.
pretty good, but you know. Can't call nobody in there, but
Talk about cell phone service at Allegiant Stadium.
I'm just saying. Just
Hey,
saying.
Cox Internet would be upset because that's who runs the internet in there. Just give me a hard time. But as far as the Raiders are concerned, being your Latin heritage,
Yes.
yeah, Tom Flores. I mean, you gotta like the Raiders, man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of my favorite coaches
Of
for
course,
sure.
the first.
Yeah, and then I would say Ron Rivera too. He's the one I look up to as well. He's Hispanic as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. He played for the worst team ever,
Yeah.
the Dallas Cowboys. He's a Cowboy. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm not a Cowboys fans are the worst fans.
There we go. So in closing, what would you like to say to, I guess, the Raiders as far as like for them allowing you guys to come out here or come out to practice and kind of check that out, just to kind of let them know what the experience was like?
Oh, like I said, I think it's very huge that since they've been out here, they've made a huge presence in the high school with the outreach of their youth program and their high school relationship program. And again, they do Zoom calls with us. They've donated footballs, gloves, cleats. They've paid for us to play in their indoor facility at a 11 on event. And again, Miles Haynes and Jordan Aguilar do a great job making sure they're connected with us and making sure that they have anything we need. Anytime I talk to those guys, the first thing they say is, Coach, you got everything you need, or do you need anything? And again, it's great for these kids to be able to have the Raiders in their back pocket and be able to make a connection with them, and hopefully it's a lifelong connection.
Cool. And really quickly, I'll let you guys, I won't put you on the spot too much, but anything that you want to just say as far as like your favorite memory from going to the Raiders practice? Because I'm assuming it's the first practice that you've gone to?
Yes.
Yeah, so what was your best memory from going to practice?
I'd say probably one-on-ones. I believe they did, or the receiver drills. With Devontae and them, they were getting it. So it was pretty cool to see them in person.
Yeah. How about you?
I would just say Derek Carr coming up close to us and being super kind to all the kids and all the players, and just really making all of our days.
Got it. I like it. All right. Appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you very much. Las Vegas High School, the Wildcats. They're kicking off their season not versus Desert Pines, but we got them against Bishop Gorman and a school from Colorado. They're not from Las Vegas, so we don't worry about that. Appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.